Hi, everyone, and good evening. My name is JR. Welcome to my Precious Metals Update. Today's Thursday, September 24th, 2015, 5:37 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The market is closed. Before we get to the analysis, I wanted to point out the Silver Eagle sales for this last quarter. I went back all the way to 1986, which is as far as this goes. It goes back to 1986. You can do search by month. So I couldn't find anything like this. So within the last quarter, within the last 3 months, we've never had a quarter where we consistently sell over 4.8 million ounces of silver. There hasn't been anything like it at all. So again, June, July, August, 4.8 for June, 5.5 for July, 4.9 for August. So 3 months, over 4.8 million ounces of silver. There's never been anything like this. So I'm wondering, what are we preparing for? Let's get to the analysis. Now, Janet Yellen obviously did not raise interest rates. I think we all sort of knew that. But again, I guess eventually they have to raise interest rates. I think they have to show face. So, again, it's stirring up the market and is definitely not helping out the market at all. It's just causing a lot of confusion, if you ask me. But a lot of new analysis chart, by the way. I hope you guys all notice it, but I love it so far. And at any rate, from my last video, I mentioned that obviously I don't expect to create another low. We saw a big, nice candle here on the monthly chart. Was it on the weekly chart? Yeah. So I mentioned that on my previous video that anytime you get an engulfing candle like this, what you want to do is you either want to buy at the half point or you want to buy at the beginning of the candle, right? At the open of the candle, right? Here's that candle. Here's that big candle. So really nice candle here. The market ended up going halfway. So if you bought, you did well. But it did not reach any orders at 10.95. The market continued to go higher, and right now it's trading at 11.55. So really up almost $60 this month, right? Today's September 24th. But again, last month it did create that nice engulfing candle. I am expecting prices to go higher. Based on this monthly chart, I would expect the market to test at least the 1240 range, okay? Minimum 1235, but I definitely am expecting gold to test this trend line here. Okay, this long-term trend line coming back from 2013. So I am expecting, again, remember, you saw a move to the downside. This level here that I have highlighted in red is extremely important because this is the level that used to be support, now turned resistance. So again, this seems to be the most important level of resistance. If we can break through this level of resistance, I don't see how we're not going to test at least the 1230 range and test this trend line. But with that said, it looks like we're building some sort of base, but this market can easily turn around over here and come back down. So I definitely advise to use caution, right? Once we surpass this 1160, 1165 area, again, that's your confirmation that this market is going to attempt to come up to the mid 1200s. Okay. That's to test this long-term trend line. All right. That was on the monthly chart. On the daily chart, what do you have? You have, again, a move to the downside, goes up, finds resistance in this trend line, come back down. We found some support here from this trend line that we had established here back in July. Found support right here, moved up, and this is the second move up, the second leg up. This is roughly where Janet Yellen made that announcement. I believe the market was trading at around 1120. The market ended up creating a high of 1142. We fell back down 1120 and made a really nice move. One of the reasons why I like this software is because it allows me to show you guys some of these trades that I do, and it allows me to show you in a much more visual way. It's an amazing software. I really like it. But in any case, so I saw this head and shoulders. This inverse head and shoulders is a reverse head and shoulders. These are very bullish once you meet the trend line. Again, this is what this software allows me to do. It allows me to show you real time. So I wrote here possible inverse head and shoulders. Let's see if it plays out. Look for a break of 1140 for confirmation. This is 1140 right here. Okay, you want to see a break of that level, and this is what the market did this morning. Bow. Real nice move. We broke this trend line here. Okay, we broke this trend line here. That's a very important trend line. But the market, but again, you saw that inverse head and shoulders, a really nice breakout. Again, you are targeting 1161 at this level. I have two predictions or a few different scenarios that can happen, right? So these are the different scenarios that might play out, at least what I'm thinking, right? So this is, so you break this head and shoulders. Now you want to test the 1160 area, 1160 all the way up to 1170. That's your area. That's the area to break. If you break above that level, this thing is going to 1230. No doubt in my mind. Okay. You want to break this level here, 1171, 1175. You want to see a closing above that level. And if we do see a closing or two closings above that level, it doesn't matter if this market comes back down here. It's gonna continue to go higher. I'm betting 1230 minimum. Okay. So this is what is likely to happen. So you have a move, it goes up here, finds some support resistance, comes back down here and retests this trend line, right? At that point, you come back over here and you start creating a squeeze, right? Come back down and just breaks out to the area, right? Second scenario, the market just keeps going up, right? Goes up, comes back down, and it hits the magic number. Or this market can go up here, come back down here. Then you have this scenario, which is most likely going to happen if this level here on 1120 breaks. Of course, you still have some support here. But again, this is a very important trend line. We don't want to break this trend line, right? So a lot of different ways this thing can play out. Let's see what happens. Let's go to silver, okay? Silver, another great silver area to buy here. Long-term buys, phenomenal buys over here at $14. Again, silver, just like gold, has its magic number, 1560. 1550 all the way up to 1560. You break that level here, and you're most likely going to test the mid $16 area. Okay. Then you possibly have this trend line also. Okay. So if this level doesn't hold, then most likely this level in the high 16 area will hold. All right. 1550 all the way to 1575 key level. Again, you might have a situation where silver comes up here, tests, comes back down here, tests this trend line here. Okay. Comes back and goes to the target area, right? Or same thing, just like gold, can break down, right? So excellent buy area here. I like this market short term. Bought some silver right here. And first target again, obviously, is this area here, 1550, 1569. Okay, anyone who bought under $15, I think is going to get very well compensated. Okay, so look at the Dow Jones. Dow Jones, you would have thought that no rate hike would be very supportive for the market, because that basically means that the Fed is willing to wait and accommodate the market as need be. But it turns out that didn't work that way. The market ended up selling off. You had a big move to the upside, but the market moved down immediately last week when the Fed announcement, right? So look at the daily chart. Daily chart, not looking so good for the Dow, right? This is a very similar move like the one we're looking for in silver and gold. But what happened, it didn't find support here. It didn't find resistance here. You had to move to the downside. You break that, chances are you're coming down here, okay? I don't think I'd buy here. I'm not a buyer anywhere here. This market is way too crazy. I have some sell orders up here in case this market does have the legs to come back and test these highs, okay? Which, again, if they don't announce a rate hike the following either in October or December, I mean, I would imagine this thing would have to go up a little bit. But there's your Dow Jones. So again, nothing new on the Dow, just really broke this trend line here. This is not looking good. it does look like it's going to retest the 15 area, right? Found some support here at 16 even this morning, okay? And now we want to see if this thing is going to come back and test this level here. But this is not good. I would think that this thing is going to come back down here. And platinum, of course, we had a big break of this level here. This was a very, very important level here. I must admit, I was a little worried here at this level. I thought I was going to have to short, but again, we didn't see any follow through here on the on platinum. So once it broke this level here, 943, again, it was a little bit scary because this market here for platinum has been really, platinum is a phenomenal buy, trading $200 below gold when gold is usually trades at least $100 above gold. So again, I do expect platinum to outperform gold and palladium within the next, I would probably say year and a half. Okay, so I do expect platinum to outperform gold and go back to its regular ratios, which is usually about $100 more than gold. But again, we had a fake breakdown here, moved below. There was no follow through, and now we're above. That to me sounds like a false breakout. And you know what I say about false breakouts? They usually lead to fast moves in the opposite direction. So I'm counting on platinum to break this short-term trend and come back and test this high here, roughly at around 1029, between 1020 and 1029. Right now, trading at 935, phenomenal buy. So again, one of the reasons again why I love this software is because I'll be able to show you guys some of the work that I do. Now this is platinum. This is the trade, this morning's trade, phenomenal trade. Again, you press play here. Now this is what I wrote here. This metal has been taking a serious beating. It broke key support at 940, but the sellers failed to follow through. I like these engulfing candles. Let's see if these engulfing candles can take us to the upper part of this range, right? So again, bought in this red zone. So here you go. This was the level to buy. This was stop loss roughly around 920. And again, we're targeting minimum area is the test of this trend line, which is going to be roughly around 960, 970. But I will ultimately be targeting the high level here around 1120, okay? I don't believe that platinum is going to continue to go down, at least not before trying to reach a high here, okay? This is the purchase. This is the result. Big move to the upside. Look at that green candle, okay? Small risk, big reward. That's how we do it, okay? Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. A lot to cover. Maybe I'll do another video tomorrow and go over some of the fundamentals. But as of now, really a phenomenal time to get in. Long-term positions, short-term positions. The market is doing really well. Again, technically is very, very, very sound. And again, look out for that break 1160. That could be huge. We break this level, I'm confident that we're going to go to 1230, and maybe at this point we'll have some opportunities to hedge. All right, I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the new software. I definitely did. And besides that, enjoy the rest of your day and have a great weekend. Bye-bye.